Morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to my little corner where there's no wrong way to use paper in any way. I hope if it's your first time, you'll like and subscribe, and we're just going to get on into it. All right, well, anything I talk about, as always, I will put the links below, so make sure you check that out if you're interested, because today we're going to talk about our mini swap. I do a mini swap, coordinate a mini swap on Love RTS. And Love RTS on Facebook is a group that follows Miss Janet Madison at RTS scrapbooking. So definitely come and join us. There's no real rules. This week our theme was FOXY, and I did some little foxes. Let's make sure we say that in an appropriate manner. I did some little fox. Let's see. First thing that came to my mind was Foxy Lady. Does anybody remember that song? Anyway, and it says, "You're the best." To make these, I took my pieces of scraps that I had. I actually had coordinating tabs and these scallops already in my gray color binder. So I decided to use some scraps. These, I used some white scraps to make the fox with the heart, and I actually used a die set I got from Hobby Lobby, Michael's on clearance last year after Valentine's Day. I thought he was pretty cute little fox, and then I just colored him. There's a little bit of a shimmer on, I kind of trying to make it so you can see it on the heart, and for that I just used a red glitter pen that I got on Amazon. I'm not even sure how long I've had it, but I used that. And then we're just going to put one together real quick. Everyone just had to make something that included a fox. So there was no rules. It didn't have to be a specific color. That's one thing we try to do on the swaps, is do things that appeal to a lot of people, that are not intimidating. We do have just a couple rules. You have to make 4 embellishments in 4 days. So you get your information by Monday and you mail them out on Friday. But it's 4 embellishments. We're going to make 4 right now, and you'll see literally how long it takes me. Okay? And there's not, like I said, nobody is going to come at you. It's a very safe place to create and have fun. You can do die cuts, you can do stickers, you can do a little bit of layering. We do try to keep the mini swaps flat because we only mail with 2 postage stamps. But so you don't want to use a bunch of rhinestones and twine and that kind of thing, but definitely layers of paper, which is what I've done here. And then I just created, well, I had in this instance, some tabs that matched the background of where I stamped. And I did get this stamp from a beautiful gift from my Close to My Heart rep. It was just one of these little mini stamps that you can get from Close to My Heart. And it said, "You're the best." Okay, so we'll get started. I just sat in front of the TV, took out some white scraps, stamped a bunch of little fox, and then the next day I colored them. I'm always usually a week or 2 ahead. And then I just set them aside, and then I create the video for the people who participate, just as I post this in the Facebook group as a little reminder it's mailing day. So then I took some scraps. Now, the gray ones, here's some more of these gray ones, I did have in my book, okay, my binder, my gray binder. The other ones, I took some scraps and I just kind of held what I colored up to it, and if it matched, I punched some with my scallop punch from EK Success, and I made sure I had enough scraps that I could also punch a coordinating tab. And the reason I decided to do the tab is because this is what I would use as a cluster base, and you will see me using swap embellishments all the time on the layouts that I post. I'll put that link below so that it will give you ideas on how to use them, because I do want people to have fun creating these, but also realize that you can use them. Like, this is part of your stash now. Instead of buying embellishments, use all the things that these wonderful creative people have swapped with you. Okay, so then once I had enough cluster bases, let's see here. The gray ones, like I said, I have some maroon ones. We'll do 2 maroon, and we'll do 2 peach lined paper. And these were just scraps I had in my scrap bin. And then I am just going to stamp the sentiments. If I can find my black ink. So I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. And you are being very blessed by those around you. Okay, so we're just going to stamp real quick on each one. Whoops, got 3 there. Let's see, this is not going to take much time. Even if you did have to stamp these still, or punch out the scallops, you could use circles. You could use a heart. You know, Valentine's Day is coming. Totally could. There's no wrong way to do it. Whatever suits your fancy. Okay, then once I stamped those, I took my Scotch tacky glue and we're just going to, well, I am. You guys are along for the ride, which I appreciate. Oh, okay, we're just gonna put a little bit of glue on there. And I just kind of lined his ear up with the end of the best. Hold it down, flip it over, and then I just kind of tucked my nozzle in there, shot a little glue, and that is that. There's one. So we'll do another one. Sometimes I do some really elaborate ones, but sometimes I do something fairly simple like this. And you know what? Neither one of them is wrong. Mini swaps are just adding to well, this is how I view them. We're adding to our arsenal, right? When I say arsenal, I mean stickers, punches, chipboard, you know, all the lovely things that we have that we use to embellish our beautiful junk journals and our scrapbooks and cards, because this could easily be put on a card or in a junk journal. You could pop this up on some foam and put it on a card face, maybe stamp some flowers behind it and call it good. So, and if you ever use one of my embellishments, oh, please message me. I love to see what people do, how they alter them and create with them. Makes me happy to know that I inspired someone. Okay, so there we go. Just like that, I made 4, oops, I only got 3 tabs there. Where's the other one? I made 4 embellishments. I know I punched out 4. There we go. But I only need 2. Okay, so that's simple, right? You could be on 3 teams when it's that simple and very cute. Okay, so now I would not want to necessarily put these in baggies. You guys have seen me put them in baggies. So I would take the coordinating tab and I would just washi tape it on the back. Now flip it over so that the side, because sometimes this washi tape will tear and we don't want that. So, and I will also write my name by Ginger on there. Make sure you write your name on your embellishments, because as you guys have seen me do the layouts, I feel really bad when I use somebody's embellishments and their name's not on it. Yeah, it gives me guilt because I think you deserve the credit. You put the time and the love into it. All right, so then I would do that for each one. And once I have those all done, let's do these 3 here. Or let's just put 2 and 2. Yeah, why not? I'll get this ready and I will mail it later. Oh, nope, that's my one. I need to stick that here. Okay, so we'll just real fast, 2, 3. And write my name. Now make sure your paper is not too thin if you're using a pen. We do not want you to ruin your embellishment because you can see it on the other side. And I'll write it here. Nothing wrong with using thinner paper, just I would hate for you to ruin it. Okay, so did I even put that on the right one? No. My gosh. Yeah, I only realized because this is white on the back, right? And this is a 2-sided paper. That's funny. Okay, that one's done. This one is done. And this one. And the reason I included the tab, I don't think I finished that, I'm sorry. I included the tab so that if they wanted to use this on a scrapbook layout, they would be able to have something coordinating in a different part of the page that matched this paper here. I try to think that way as much as I can, as much as my brain will allow me to, but that is why I included a tab. Plus, with this tab punch, it took me all of 2 seconds. So I don't mind, and got rid of some of my scraps that somebody else can enjoy, because I really do love this paper. It's pretty. All right, so now let's go over how to mail it. You're going to get your captain's information, and then you're going to put them on a piece of cardstock or a piece of paper. I don't care. Use a cereal box, whatever you would like. And I washi tape them to that. Here's the reason why. Because the flatter our envelope is, the less postage it will require. Because if that envelope is more than 1/4 of an inch thick, the mailman will expect another stamp. And we're trying not to spend a ton of money, right? The way groceries cost nowadays. I need the money to feed my tribe. Okay, so then once you get the information, you are going to use a number 10 standard envelope. And you are going to put your captain's information here, 1 or 2 stamps, whatever you feel. Like these would probably only cost me 1 stamp. They're pretty light, they're pretty flat, they're not gonna have any bulk. And, you know, address it to them. Put your team name down here. It helps out your captain if they have more than 1 team to swap. And you're going to include inside of this envelope a self-addressed stamp to yourself and from yourself. Okay, envelope with your team name again and 2 stamps. Now, even if you use 1 stamp to mail it to your captain, put 2, because you don't know what the other 3 participants on your team have made. They may have made something that's a little bulkier, and so it probably will require 2 stamps. So this swap will, at the end of the day, be anywhere from 3 to 4 stamps, depending on how much of a stamp that you think you need to send it to your captain. But definitely the inside envelope needs to have 2 stamps for your self-addressed stamped envelope. And you're going to fold that. You're going to stick it right inside. Okay. You're going to take your beautiful embellishments. You're going to put them right in there. You're going to tape this shut to mail to your captain. And you're just going to drop it in a box. You don't even have to go into the post office if you don't want. And it is that simple. All done. And look, our video is only at like 13 minutes. So, you know, definitely join us. The more the merrier. And I hope you have a blessed day. Thanks. Bye-bye.